Hey, hello everybody. Hello family.
Hello families.
And friends.
And friends.
And loved ones.
And yeah.
And everybody else.
So I'm driving right now because we're running a little bit late. Am I clear?
Yeah, you're clear.
So today's video is going to be a vlog, my 36 week. It's going to be a kind of like a morning vlog. And then my 36 week baby doctor's appointment.
Which you mistakenly read the paper upside down, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, she came here on Monday, which was the 6th, and her note said the 9th, so I think she had it upside down.
Yeah, I read it. I don't know how I messed that up. I've never messed an appointment up this entire time.
I think somebody just honked at you. But
It did?
yeah.
Well, that's their own problem. But anyways, so that's what this vlog's gonna be. I didn't get to vlog in there. I didn't think about it until literally afterwards, but we went and we were gonna go get Texas Roadhouse, but then we didn't have enough time for the appointment.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So then now we stopped at a coffee shop, and I got a peanut butter mocha frap with one shot of espresso, and then we got a sandwich. And then we read Show 'em our book.
Yeah, we're reading
Am I too
our
close or
book.
something?
No, you're fine. Oh, maybe. Yeah, you're getting honked at today.
It feels so close.
I mean, they could make a wide enough turn. They're fine.
Oh, no, okay. So you can tell.
Anyway, this is called The Feasts and Fasts of Israel. We are learning about the biblical Jewish, Hebrew, historical calendars, the feasts, the holidays, just a bunch of information that isn't really taught in churches or anything like that. And it's a good book. His name is Arnold Fruchtenbaum. He's got some good reads out there, just diving into detail about the significance and prophetic significance of the holidays, and just learning new and cool information. A lot of backing up with a lot of Bible. This would definitely line everything we hear up with the Word. Mm-hmm.
But there were some cool things in there that we never heard about or knew about really. With Adam and Eve, and about their coverings, how they covered themselves with fig leaves. But then God gave them the skin covering, which was the covering of animal skin, which was the help me think, baby, I'm driving.
Yeah, just talking about how they had to shed blood of an animal to get the animal skin for the covering over them.
Yeah, and that was the first death sacrifice. Mm-hmm. That's all the way back to Genesis 3.
Yep.
You know, so can you fix the camera, baby?
Uh-oh.
But it was pretty good. We are here at the doctor's office now. I'll try to get some footage on my phone because I'm not going to bring this big old camera in because I don't even know if they'll let me record.
She's back in right there.
Back in? Hold the camera, baby.
Back it in.
So.
You pulled the wrong way for backing in.
I did?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Well, I guess you were doing good. Have to redo it. Do you know what you're doing?
Is that a parking? That's not a parking spot.
Not a parking spot. Definitely leaving this in. Crazy adventures while my pregnant wife drives.
Yeah, hold on. Sorry.
Pray for me.
Pray for me. We arrived safely.
We have arrived. Thank the Lord.
Mm-hmm. It ain't gonna be perfect, but it's there.
Perfect.
You're wrong. So we're gonna go in. I'm gonna try to get footage on my phone as much as possible, and I'll insert that if I can.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see you guys back.
Thanks for joining us on this little short clip.
She slipped. She's still breech. Oh man.
Uh-oh.
See?
What a long front breech.
She is.
Legs on. Yeah.
Oh. Goodness, girl.
You're no face right there. But,
Oh.
cute. So trying to get a picture showing her legs stretched out. Ooh, I don't know if it's pointing out. Look at all that hair on her head.
That's her hair?
Wow.
Watch her gonna bounce. You'll see it moving in the fluid.
That is so cool.
She won't be completely bald.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. How cool.
Hello, everybody, again. Just finished our doctor's appointment with this wonderful wife of mine. They gave us a little free gift bag, probably promoting, trying to sell their product, of course. That's what these places like to do, is they like to sell things. They have deals with companies and whatnot. And we're not really interested in formula, but they gave us a nice bag.
Yeah. Use it as like
nice bag for baby stuff. Wife's got her own formula. God-given formula.
God-given.
Natural formula.
Breath make formula. Oh, it's a cooler bag.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it
Can
is.
you feel?
Nice. Yeah, it's made for
Formula, but we can use it for other stuff.
milk, so you can put milk bottles in there whenever you breast pump.
Yeah. So we just got out of the appointment.
They tried to tell us we'd give them birth next week.
They kind of confused us.
Yeah.
So we went in. They did the.
It was an ultrasound.
Yes, we did an ultrasound. She is still frank breech.
Yeah.
I'm 36 weeks and 5 days pregnant. So she's still frank breech, and so we got to see her there. And then they did the GBS, the GBS swab, which is where they swab you from the top to the bottom to see if you have, I forget what the actual GBS stands for, but it's basically for, I think it's an infection that the baby can get when they're coming out through your thing that they can get, which could kill them if they get it. It's strep. That's what it is. Group B strep. And so if they do get that, they can get pneumonia from it. They can get all these things. So they test you. They swab you to see if you have it, if you test positive for it or not. Which the thing with GBS is you can have it one appointment and the next appointment you cannot have it. So it really just depends. But anyway, so we did that. And then they didn't really talk to us about it, but the ECV procedure, which is external cephalic version, which is where they go in and manually try to flip the baby to head down so you could possibly have the baby vaginally, which it could work, it could not work, and then if it does work, the baby could still flip. So the doctor confused us and was like, oh, you'll be coming in like next week for it. Yeah. And they'll probably want to induce you, right, if it works. And we're like, wait.
We thought we were having her next week.
Yeah, I was like.
And then we talked to the nurses, and they're like, no, they're just discussing it.
Yeah.
They're just discussing it next week, thankfully.
But the other doctor said that it was happening, because I asked her, like, so at what point do we do this procedure? And she says, like, as soon as possible. So, I mean, if we are going to do it, which I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it or not, but I do want to try to have her vaginally. I wanted to try to have her vaginally whether she's breech or not, which I know there can be complications with that, but it's possible to have a breech vaginal baby. So, but I thought, well, maybe I'll just try it and see if it works or not, because I prefer to have her vaginally over having a C-section. But I guess since we're going to be discussing it with the doctor next week, we can write our questions down. Because like today we were like, wait, what? Have her next week? What's this mean? Like induction? Like I would not want to be induced, but if she does flip again, like if it worked and she flipped again, back head up, then it's like, do they have the ability? Do they have the experience to do a breech vaginal delivery? And if they don't, then they're going to want to do a C-section. So it's like, do we just go ahead and get induced so I can avoid having a C-section?
Or you just tell them that I don't want a C-section. I want to try to give her birth naturally, even if she's breached.
Yeah, even if they don't know what they're doing.
That's your choice. I don't know.
Well, I guess ultimately it's up to me if I want to or not. But anyways, so that was the appointment. We have our next appointment next week. Don't put that on the ground. I don't want to get all dirty. This darn truck. 5:14 at 11:15. So.
Don't read it upside down.
I know. Put that in like the text me that or put that in the phone or something. So now we're gonna go.
Where are we gonna go?
I don't know where we're gonna go.
I'm not that hungry.
You're not hungry?
What day is it? The 14th?
The 14th.
Yeah.
At 11:15. So are you gonna call off? This is why we need to know.
Probably.
But if the procedure's not happening that day, then you wouldn't need to, because it's so early.
I'll call off depending on how it goes.
Oh, so you'll just call in if they do. I guess you can say the doctor, you know, they're taking her back. But anyways, guys, I don't know what we're doing. We could go to the car wash.
I don't think this one will fit in that car wash. I think the tires are too wide.
There's the car wash that I went to where you manually wash it by going to your work.
Okay.
So maybe we'll go to the car wash because the truck is really dirty, and I might have Colton finally hook this car seat in. So I don't know what I'm doing.
Keep dreaming.
Anyways, we'll catch back up with you wherever we end up at.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Alright guys, so it's just me here at the moment because Colton is at work now. So I think our last clip was after the doctor's appointment. We then went from there to Zaxby's. And then from there, dropped him off work. And then from there, I came to Royal King to exchange a bag of dog food. So right now I am headed to the library, the public library, to finish and print my birth plan. And then also I'm going to make a list of questions and print it for the whole ECV procedure and everything like that. So that's where we're headed now. And I believe the library closes at 7, and then I'm gonna pick up food, take it back to Colton at work, and then just normally what I do days I come here is just hang out in the truck afterwards. But yeah, so that's what we're doing now. So I'm gonna head that way, and I guess I'll just kind of talk to you guys about how I'm thinking and feeling after it's been some time settling. And because I mean, I knew that this whole ECV thing was like a possibility, you know, and something we might be doing possibly. Ooh, I'm going the wrong way. I'm gonna ignore that. But just thinking, I'm like, I don't know what to do, because my whole plan was to do this free birth at home, have her at home vaginally with no midwife, no doctor or anything, just by ourselves, just in the Lord, letting my body do its thing and everything like that. And then finding out she's breech, I am struggling with the idea of, well, she's frank breech, which is, if you're gonna deliver vaginally, from what I've read, is the optimal position. Frank breech is the optimal position to deliver vaginally, and women have done it. Women have done it at home, and women have done it at hospitals. But in hospitals, they don't want you to do that. Okay. So yeah, hospitals, most doctors aren't comfortable with doing that because it's not really taught anymore, breech, and there are risks with it, yada yada. So no matter what kind of breech position the baby's in, doctors normally want to opt for a C-section. Where was I going with this? But I'm just like so not sure what to do. Do I do the procedure? Do I wait and see if she flips on her own? Because babies can flip all the way up to literally as they're coming, like right before they come out. Because that's trusting in the Lord, just letting it happen. And because she is breech, go. Do I just still try to do the free birth at home and not even go to the hospital? And do what I was going to do because she is breech. I was thinking, I'll go to the hospital but still try to have her vaginally. But what was that? So that was a thing. But if my doctor, which I don't think they do, which I'm going to ask, but from the previous appointments, I don't think they do. Some doctors have done and are familiar with breech vaginal deliveries and will do that. Some doctors are not. So there's just a whole bunch of options and scenarios for this outcome, and it's like I'm not sure what decision to make, and I want to pray about it and figure out, do I do the ECV? Do I not? Do I wait? Okay, if you wait too long, it's harder to flip them and it's harder for it to be successful because they're bigger and there's not a lot of room in there. If I do it and it is successful, do I do the induction? Because there's a chance if it is successful that she flips back. And if she flips back, then they want to do a C-section. But if she doesn't flip back, then I can go into labor by myself. But if I don't do the induction, then there's a chance that she would flip back. There's just so many outcomes. And it's like, I don't know what to do. Because if I go to the hospital, which I need to ask this question, are they literally going to force me? Like, if my doctor's not okay with it, I would be okay. Like, if she's not okay with delivering it, like going to the hospital, laboring there if she's breech, and having her literally myself, but there at the hospital, and like doctors on standby. But it's like, would they let me do that? Would they force, or would they let me sit there and labor by myself? And that's a question. Because, yeah, maybe she won't do it, but there's women that have had free births at home where if they deliver the baby comes, the baby comes. If it was head down. I would be okay with that. Like, maybe try the ECV. Or maybe don't try the ECV and just try to have her vaginally at the hospital. Like, go into labor. But then I think they don't want you to go into labor when they're breech. Well, I think that's just because of the risk of you doing it vaginally in their head and everything like that. But so, I don't know. There's so many options. I'm just talking through with you guys where my brain's at and what figuring out. So if you're watching this video, please pray that 1, she would flip, and 2, that I would have peace and discernment on the decision to make when it comes, because ultimately I want his will. I don't want to interfere with what would happen. Does that make sense? That's why I wanted to do the free birth in the first place. Is I didn't want any interference, any interventions, any of that. And this is not that I'm against C-section or anything like that. Yes, my preference and my desire is vaginal, non-induction, free birth. at home. Even vaginal, I would even be okay with vaginal at the hospital, but without induction. Like, I want to go into labor naturally. But yeah, it's just, but I want to trust in the Lord. So am I not trusting in the Lord by doing these things? I don't know. You know? It's all very kind of confusing for me. So, ooh, you guys are like on a roller coaster ride with me here. Sorry, I'm driving. I don't have like a car mount or anything, so this camera is just falling all over the place. Hold on. Oh, okay. Too far. Can you see me? Hopefully you can see me. So, yeah, if you're watching this, please be praying she flips. Please be praying that I get discernment, have discernment, and figuring out what to do. But yeah, we're almost to the library now. If I can, I'll get some footage in the library, which might be a little awkward because everyone's like watching me, but it's okay. It's okay. Hopefully they let me do it, because last time they're like, oh, we need your ID. Oh, we need a form of this. And I'm like, what? I don't have any of that on me at the moment. And this time I have my ID, but I don't have a address thing with me. So hopefully they let me do it, because let's just say we do this ECV and we go in and they're like an induction or whatever. I want to have my birth plan ready, and it's not ready at the moment. I want to have it printed, and I want copies and all these things. So back up the vlog here. It's a lot later. It's currently 11:30 at night. I didn't get to vlog in the library, and yeah, so I didn't get to vlog in the library, but great news, I feel pretty accomplished. Ugh, that big old thing. I was able to successfully print. I'm going to show everything up at top, but because I have my information. But print my birth plan. I only did 2 copies, just to have them. So 2 copies of my birth plan. Stapled them, and I even left, just in case I come up with other things that I want or don't want, I left room for, like, I just did a simple bullet point, quick, easy to read for my husband and for staff and for everything like that. So I left some extra bullet points just in case I want to add anything. And then I also, for next week, printed off some questions in regards to the ECV procedure / my options for delivery and, you know, induction, ECV, everything to do with that. So I got some of my questions there. Obviously I have the rest of this page to write any more questions that I can think of before Tuesday. So, but the following papers will be staying inside of our truck. So if need be, Colton can grab them, I can grab them and take care of that. So I was able to get that done at the library, which I was thankful for. And then, so after that, what did I do at the library? Oh. And then after the library, I went to the local park and walked around for about almost an hour, just to kind of encourage baby girl to flip, to move around, to exercise, to do all that. So I walked for about an hour, almost an hour. And then after that, I went to Food City and got a few things. So got some pineapple and some strawberries to snack on. Got a few snacks and stuff for at home. And then after that, went and picked up lunch for the familia, and then brought lunch back for the familia, and then yeah, and I've been sitting here watching a bunch of YouTube videos about ECV procedures and breech and all these different things. So I think what I'm gonna currently do, because I have about an hour before they get out, is I'm going to journal a little bit about my thoughts and everything, and kind of like stressing out a little bit. Not stressing out, well, a little bit of stressing out. I don't really know what I would call it, but I'm just not sure what to do, so maybe it is called stressing out. But anyways, so I'm gonna journal some of that, journal my appointment today, how much I weighed, which for my 36 week and about 5 days, I weighed 164, so 4 pounds from my last appointment, which was 2 weeks ago, I believe. And her heart rate was 132, which is the lowest that it's been, I believe. It's definitely lower than what it's been the past few appointments, because normally she's like in the 140 range. So I'm gonna journal all that from memories. And what else? And or I'm going to walk. So journal maybe a little bit, then walk or journal and don't walk, or walk and don't journal. But something of that variation is going to happen for the next hour. But that is the end of this video. I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, comment, and like.